Hey guys, I'm Justin. Today, I'll be going over my stats. Just a disclaimer before we start though, this isn't me trying to brag, and even if it was, it wouldn't work anyway because I really have nothing to brag about. My stats, as you're gonna see, are not that good. Or they're fine, but they aren't like stellar or they aren't like perfect. Um, there's a lot more that goes into your application than just your stats. There's your extracurriculars, your, there's your essays, that's a big one, and there's your rec letters. So don't get too caught up with trying to match or I guess surpass my stats because even if your stats are better or worse, it doesn't really guarantee anything. With that being said though, we're gonna jump into my SAT scores first. Okay, so I took the SAT twice, both times in my junior year. First time, 1510, 760 on math, 750 reading, I think. And I think I got an 18 on my essay out of 24. Don't entirely remember to be honest, but it doesn't really matter anyway because I retook it again. I took it, I think, the next month, and I improved by a whopping 10 points. I know. Please don't be like me. If you already have a decent score, like don't retake the SAT just to improve by 10 points. It's not gonna help you, and you're just gonna waste time and like energy and money, and you don't want that. So please don't follow me. I'm a pretty bad example for that at least. But yeah, I got a 1520 the second time, 720 reading, 800 math, and a 23 on that essay. Alright, time for my PSATs. I took the PSAT 3 times, freshman year to junior year, because my school kind of forced me to. But funny fact though, my freshman year, I think I put the wrong email address or something because I never actually got my score. Although if I had to guess, to be honest, I probably got like an 800 or something, because I really had no clue what I was doing that test day, so yikes. I then took it in my sophomore year and I got a 1250. Yeah, 1250. Not terrible, but also not good. Just kind of in the middle there. Although for sure I wanted to improve, and that's what I did. Thankfully, when junior year rolled around and when it really mattered, I stepped up my game, put my act together, and I got a 1480 somehow. And that was the exact score that I needed to qualify as a national merit semifinalist in the tough state that is California. Next we have subject tests, and I took 3 of them. I took Math 2, Chem, and Bio. So for Math 2, I took it in November of my junior year, the first time, and I got a 770. Although, it's a good score, I know, but like most people get 800 on Math 2, so I wanted to retake it. But like looking back in hindsight, I probably wouldn't recommend you doing that because a few extra points on any standardized test, like including the actual SAT too, it won't really matter in the long run. So please don't stress yourself too much about that if you really want that perfect score, because it doesn't really matter, I think. Anyway, I took Chem May of my junior year, which worked well for me because I took AP Chem and I just finished like learning all the material, so it worked out well for me. I got a 800 on that, so that was nice. And then I tried to redeem myself by taking Math 2 in November of my senior year. So yeah, that's actually really late, and I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's kind of stressful and it's the end of college apps. But I did do it. I got an 800, thankfully. I took bio molecular that same test day too, and I got a 740. So yeah. Okay, so now we move on to my AP scores, and they are not that good. I didn't get a perfect 5 on every single AP exam like my other friends because I'm not as smart as them. Instead, I got 5s on only chemistry and calculus. Oh, I should probably tell you guys what I took. Okay, so the first time I took AP classes was in my junior year, and I took Chem, Calc AB, Physics 1, Music Theory, and AP Lang. And like I was just saying, I got 5s on Chem and Calc because I actually liked the subjects and it made studying a lot easier for me. I got 4s on Lang and Physics 1, and I got I know, I got a 3 on Music Theory. Yeah, don't be like me. I'm a bad example. I had no clue what I was doing in that exam. I was kind of just bubbling in, hoping that I was guessing right. Yeah, no. Okay. Don't be like me. Please study before your AP exams, okay? Now we have my GPA, and that's another important aspect of, I guess, the application part. So I had a 4.0 unweighted, so I had straight A's in high school, and I had a 4.59 weighted. So the way my school worked, a 5.0, an A in an honors or AP class was a 5.0, and an A in a regular class was a 4.0. So I had a fair share of honors and regular classes. Wow, I can't talk today. I'm very sorry, guys. But yeah, I had a fair share of honors and regular classes, and I got A's on all of them. Honestly, my GPA could be higher, but the thing is, I transferred from another school after my freshman year, and the thing is that my old school wasn't really that good, so I couldn't take as many APs or honors that I wanted to take, and as a result, that kind of set me back my sophomore year. Like, for example, I couldn't take AP World. Yeah, AP World, because I didn't have the prerequisite needed to take it, and that prereq was only offered in my new school. So yeah, I was kind of set back, but I had to like kind of catch up, which I did. I ended up again getting a pretty good GPA. Extracurriculars now, probably the weakest area of my application. I really had to stretch things in order to make it seem as if I had extracurriculars. The main thing I tried to focus on was my church service. The thing is, I'm a pastor's kid, so yes, I'm a PK, which meant that I was very involved in, I guess, church ministry, yeah. But yes, I included that in my application, and especially in my essays. What else did I do? I didn't really do much, did I? Oh, I did clubs. Not sure if that really helps me in the long run, because I think they can kind of see through if like you're just joining in clubs just to like pad your resume. I would recommend you actually join things that you want to do, not just because your friends are doing it, stuff like that. And what else? I did soccer for 3 years, freshman year to junior year, and like every other Asian on the planet, I played the piano all my life. And I also put in the fact that I like hosted a video game competition for like the past 6 years. Not sure if that actually helps me in my application, but I did it. I guess it worked because I got into some colleges. So yeah. So I think that wraps up everything on my stats and extracurriculars. I really hope it helped you guys, and at least give you guys some hope that you don't need perfect stats to get into decent colleges. Not only that, you don't need a million extracurriculars. You're just fine if you, I guess, explore your passions, do what you want to do. I think the main thing of how I got into college personally was my essays. So in a future video, I would definitely love to go over them. I think that's a big component of my application, at least. What else? I guess a final piece of advice I would give you guys is to don't compare yourself to other people. If you're not careful, it can be really, really toxic and even unhealthy. So keep that in check. Know that your stats are just numbers. They don't define who you are. They don't define, or they don't show your ability or your worth as an individual. I know it's so cliche and like everyone says it, but it's so true, and people and like students keep on forgetting that, I think. And I mean, it was true for me, but in hindsight it's a lot easier for me to say now. But again, I just want you guys to know that stats are not everything. At the end of the day, it's just college. There's a lot more in life that matters. So yeah. Hope this video helped you guys, and yeah, see you guys next week.